Hello, everyone. Andrew Taylor here. We have Heather Robeson with us. Thank you for joining. We have Megan Warren, and we have Rob Richmond. And Megan, you were saying 2 weeks ago you didn't even know that you were going to sell insurance.
Nope, I just was told start my course and get licensed and get down to Dallas and start working. So 2 weeks ago, I didn't even know I was going to be here.
And what have you done?
I have protected 4 families in the past week.
Yeah. Congratulations. So you're brand new. And then we got Heather, who is just a complete animal. She's been making sales like crazy. I asked her what her goal was. She said 25 sales this week by herself.
Let's go.
Crazy.
Which is amazing. So we just want to hear
I'm
from
at
you.
12.
You're at 12?
I've still got today till midnight.
You're an animal. What kind of leads do you work?
Facebook final expense, and then anything that's on sale.
Love it. Now, Rob talked me into doing this 75 hard thing where you work out twice a day, drink a bunch of water, read, all this stuff. And we had talked about it on a call, on our base shop call. And
Thursday.
On Thursday, and you
Oh,
signed.
that's you?
Yeah,
You said
that's
you were
me.
in? Oh,
I'm
that's
in.
cool.
I'm day 5 now.
She's
Wow.
day 5, and she's
on
traveling.
a travel trip.
So
It's tough.
tell us a little bit about that.
It really, I had no idea what I was inning, but I trust you guys. So you have no idea how much I trust you. And I was like, all right, it's got to be good. So I did it. And day 1 and 2 was hard. I believe day 4 was the travel day that I traveled from El Paso to wherever we are, Las Vegas. And then, so that was tough. But if you schedule it, if you stick to a schedule with any of this, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
And how do you feel 4 days in?
Excellent. I was not. I'm also the diet part of it. I chose intermittent fasting,
Smart.
and so I do 6 hours. The first 2 days was really tough. Today, I think lunch came, and I was like, oh dear, I better eat lunch.
That's
I don't even think about
awesome.
it.
Did your energy go up?
Absolutely. You make me exercise twice a day for 45 minutes.
We make her.
I guess an hour and a half of my day that I have to fit something else
I like
in.
that you signed up, and then like some other people, because we were just kidding. Like, does anyone want to do it with us? And then some other people were like, "Well, I'll do it after December 22nd."
Whatever.
Yeah, we're like,
You just said
whatever.
you were in. That was
And
cool.
Heather was like, "What is it?" We're like, "We're not telling you unless you're in." And she was like, "Oh, I'm in."
I'm in.
And my daughter, she tells me that there's a 75 soft.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck?
You're
Why
like,
would
"Get
you
out of
even
here
do
with that."
So tomorrow will be a telltale day. I drive back. It's gonna be fine. I've committed, so I can't.
You
got
can't
it.
go
I'm
back.
literally committed, so I can't.
Wow. Well, we're proud of you so far.
Big time.
Big thing is I have to walk across the stage in February.
Oh,
That's my
yeah.
big thing.
And yeah. How many policies do you sell a year?
This is my first year. Last year was 68. I issued 68 families,
And what'd you
but
do?
that was a half a year.
What have you done so far this year?
Gosh, I need.
Just guess. It doesn't have to be 100%.
Individually, I think it's 120. I'm not on track, but I will get there. I have to. My whole family's coming.
That's cool.
Do you see David Goggins is speaking at the
Yeah.
national
Yeah.
That's
conference?
amazing. I can't
So
wait to
cool.
hear that.
Bro, a lot of people are gonna want to go see that.
Sean has to challenge him to a pull-up contest.
Did you know it was free?
I didn't know it was free.
It's free this year?
It's free.
Yeah.
It's always free.
It's always free?
It's the best.
I
free
saw
you'll
that and I'm
ever
like, I'm
have.
going.
Yeah, people pay big money to see him talk, I bet.
For sure.
Yeah.
But this one's free for agents.
Is Shaq coming too?
I hope so. I don't know though.
Stop
He's my
it.
favorite personality on like.
I don't like
sports commentating.
Shaq. I like Shaq Diesel.
Yeah. That's awesome.
We were watching his DJing at what was that, Drew? EDC.
Yep.
He started moshing with people.
He's crazy. Did you see the big white dude that got up with him that was just as big?
No.
It was crazy. It was crazy. They were like chest bumping and like the stage was shaking.
That's like having 2 cars on the stage.
Dude, for real.
Yeah, anyways, that's going to be a blast. So how many did you say so far this year?
I think 115. I can't remember.
115 so far. What's your goal?
I have to hit 400.
Dude, I really like Heather.
Me too.
What'd you do before this?
I was really before this, I was door dashing. But before that, I was a teacher.
Oh, what'd you
Wow.
teach?
English online, which is why I've only been in home because I never knew any different. I homeschool my kids. I came into this with the mindset that I didn't even know there's an option of in-home, nor did I care. I wouldn't do it in home.
You don't do in-homes. You just
No.
do at home.
Mm-hmm.
You do at homes, not in-homes.
That was okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
that's why
I was a teacher online before this. That's why I already was used to working.
online.
Yeah.
So we just DoorDash something,
Mhm.
and that's why you said I want to go recruit them when they get here because you were
Oh.
door dashing.
Yeah, I was door dashing. As a matter of fact, I have a picture of me and the boys with my Jeep before we moved to El Paso, and our costumes were DoorDash. One was a king from Burger King. I was the chili from Chili's, and the other one was a police officer with Dunkin' Donuts. He wanted to be a police officer at the time, so I had to convince him to hold the donuts. And then the Jeep had a big DoorDash all lit up.
How was door dashing?
I mean, it was fine because I was transitioning from teaching. I wasn't transitioning. I was losing my job as the teacher because they were shutting down that industry. It was teaching English online to the Chinese students. And whatever the relations were, China said no more teachers. I believe that they're back, but I would never go back because the amount of people that I can help doing this, including my own family, is immensely uncomparable. Door dashing was like okay, I'm losing my job. This is kind of fun. The kids and I could travel together and work together, but yeah, not the pay. And can you do that the rest of your life? Is that really something you're going to do?
Nah.
And then when you have a Jeep, a Wrangler that gets like 19 miles a gallon, door dashing's not really profitable. So,
Wow, that's cool. And are you married?
yes,
Married,
third time.
third time?
Yeah.
Hey, third time's a charm.
Hopefully.
And how many kids?
Between the two of us, 6.
Whoa.
How many under 18?
Just the two. Just
Two.
the twins.
The two that are here. Which I love that she brought her boys here.
That's the coolest thing.
To the lock-in with everybody dialing and working.
I did, and I didn't know what I was going to encounter here. I've never been to a lock-in, which is part of the reason why I did it, because I've always wanted. I see it all the time that everybody does them. Our group hopefully will. Solidity. That's something for you. Plug right there. But I hadn't ever been when I was interested, and I bring my kids everywhere. They work with me. They get paid. They're homeschooled, so they learn so much. I mean, it's incredible what they learn. So I did email somebody, and I didn't hear back whether I could bring them. So I was like, okay, well, we've got an Airbnb, so worst case scenario, you guys can just stay there. But you guys were so welcoming, and I totally appreciate that.
And they help you too, right?
Yeah, immensely.
That's awesome.
Immensely. We've got lots of things they do, from keeping track of the clients to anything really administrative or financial they do for me.
They'll help you.
Wow.
They keep a track of my IP that comes in. We've got they'll even text clients or my assistants. I have assistants, so they'll deal with them. As a matter of fact, I have not been able to do a single thing because I've been on the phone. He's been one of them, Nathan. He's been contacting my assistants all the 2 days. I have not done a thing.
All right, so check this out. I just want to say this real quick. When we went full virtual, I was thinking about like the opportunity of people you could help that can't go out and drive all day. And it opened up a whole new world of people or that won't go out and drive all day. Or let's say they have like a back injury or something, or some type of disability, or something that would make it hard for them to do what we used to do, which was drive around from home to home to home to home.
Mhm.
Now they could actually make a living at home and they don't have to move. Dude, I gotta read you this text. Hold on. This agent got a surgery, Darren White, and he texted me yesterday because he's been blind. Okay. Andrew, short story I hope you can appreciate. My left eye has been bad for a while. On August 24th, I went in for I go in on August 24th for eye surgery. They are cutting it open and cleaning out the blood. It's pretty gross. My eye hemorrhages at the my right eye hemorrhages at the end of July. I lost vision in both eyes to some degree. Instead of panicking, I ordered an extremely large keyboard and a magnifying glass. I got on the phones and I had my best week ever selling over 25 policies
Nice.
Holy
Wow.
smokes.
in 1 week. Long story short, if a blind man can write 25 policies in a
That's
week,
freaking awesome.
what is anyone else's excuse?
Come on.
So
That's
true.
awesome.
Good for
That's
him.
awesome. That is.
Isn't that legit?
That's the best story I think I've heard of a testimonial.
But
overcoming
back
adversity.
to my point, dude, like other people, you could help a lot of people.
Guys, every person I talk to who can't afford life insurance, what's the first thing you think I ask them?
You want a job?
Exactly.
Mm.
Because if I can't help them in one way, I try to help them in another. I've 3 people today I've got into pre-licensing
Well,
that were leads.
the Pizza Hut dude.
Yeah,
That-
The
delivered
Domino's
pizza.
guy? Yeah.
Oh, Domino's.
Yeah.
He showed up and he's in licensing.
There we go.
Oh my
that's awesome.
gosh.
Bro, how about the time I recruited the meat? This guy was selling meat door to door and showed up at the office, and then we recruited him. So we had the meat salesman selling policies.
There we go. Oh, that's funny.
That is great. All right, so let's get into some tips because I'm sure you have a lot. What would be some tips that you have for an agent that is, or someone thinking about getting into the business? And what would be some tips that you have for somebody that is here but not getting what they want out of the week or out of the business?
The thinking about person is just understanding that it's not a scam. There's no tricks to this. You just have to work. You literally just have to work.
But it's not a job either.
It's not a 9-to-5 job that you're going to get paid because you have to work to get paid.
Yeah, and you don't just have to work, you have to get results. So like you could say I'm working all day,
Yep.
but if you don't get results, you don't get paid. So it's 1099 contractor.
I guess it depends on what your idea of working is, but yeah, you do.
But if you can get better at it,
Yep.
you can serve people and
Yep.
But you do have to have the mind, because this is so much different than a job, because it's not a job.
Mindset's huge. Everybody says it's a roller coaster every single day almost.
We say bipolar, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. I walked out last night with 4 sales and I was so mad.
Oh,
Like,
it's worst days.
right? I know, but
I
it
walked out
wasn't
with
my
0.
goal. I know, but you walked out and you walked back, so good job.
You got back in and got one today this
The
morning, though,
highs
right?
and the lows. Yep. Closed one this morning.
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing this again September 26th for new agents.
I think my husband would probably kill me if I came back up here.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you, but for someone who's on the fence about coming, they work here, would you recommend they come?
I mean, unless they want to live the life that they're living now, then there's no reason not to.
Yeah. So September 26th, Frankie Euphemia, who's a complete animal. I say he's a legend.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. He's going to be doing the training, and we're going to spend the day on September 26th in Vegas. You can register. Drew, can we put this in the in the note section on here so people can go find the link to register? But we definitely want to invite you if you're struggling in the business, or if you want help, or if you're brand new, to get around some people selling.
That is why I came, because I was just talking to Rob earlier that I literally was in a spot where I've been for 4 months personally. And I just needed, I know I'm going next month to the Sales Blitz conference thing. And I know every time I go, I always walk home. Well, I don't walk home, but I get home and something happens. Something always happens after these events. Always. So I was like, you know what? I need to get over that hump. I need to get over that. I think it's 25 families, 22 families. I need 30 families. I'd like to get 50. That'd be great a month. So I knew that I needed to come to something to get that. These are
Awesome.
amazing.
Okay, so one of my friends said at one point in time, and They came from another company where like they would just door knock all day long. But I was like, hey, what's your favorite lead? And she's like, every single lead to me is gold. I'm like, why? And she's like, because every single lead is one family that needs my help. And
Nice.
she's like, when I show up, because I don't even call, I just show up at their house. I look them straight in one eye, not two eyes. You got to look them straight in one eye and tell them, I'm coming in to help your family.
That's awesome.
Anyways, for her, there was no bad lead. What's your advice?
There isn't. Today, one of my leads was from at least 9, if not 10 or 11 months ago. And it was just literally I haven't been calling it the whole time. It just came back in through the cycle and bam. So there is no bad lead.
Well, what if someone says all these leads are bad?
What do you think about that?
They're making an excuse.
So I will say my first week, I was getting hand-me-down leads from Rob and Stan.
What's a hand-me-down lead?
Basically, leads they ran through
That they don't want.
that they don't want anymore. So, like I said, I protected 4 families. I sold. I was able to do that with hand-me-down leads that they thought were trash. Every lead.
I got to clarify that. I have in my office. I have a circular table that I
it's a
call
community
community
page.
leads.
Yeah.
That I dial through a couple of times, make some sales, make like I maybe 2-3 families out of them, and then I'll put them on there because I want to make Integrity back their money plus 1,000, and then I'll put them on there for new agents to work through.
That's awesome.
And that's what
And
I want a
it was
community
great.
lead table.
that's what I have. In
It
my
was great
office.
training too. Like even if I was on the phone with someone and I didn't end up protecting them, like just getting that practice of talking to people, like and getting on the phones, it was the best training to do it. Just throw yourself in there and do it. Like that was the only way I learned was just from trial and error. You learn from your mistakes and move on and don't do it again.
Yeah.
Now,
sure.
you've only worked here or you've only been in insurance for like 3 days.
I mean, but it's true though. Like I asked Rob, he heard me on my first day dialing. I sounded terrible. I sounded so scared, nervous, didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know the difference between whole life and term life.
I don't even know if you knew if you wanted to be doing insurance
Right,
the first
like-
couple of days. Like it was kind of a testing the waters thing. when
Like
you
I
came
said,
down.
2 weeks ago, I didn't know I was going to be selling life insurance. I was a server at a restaurant,
What restaurant?
Uncle Julio's.
Oh, that sounds good, but not as good as Uncle Jimmy's.
Uncle Jimmy's.
Well, and I went to college for a semester and dropped out, and because I was going to go into real estate. That was my plan. I was going to get into the real estate industry because at the time, like, everyone was doing that. It became so popular, so I was like, I'm going to do it. I think I could do it. And then, obviously, Stan hit me up to do it, and this is how a lot of people are. I thought it was a scam at first.
Yep, that's how.
And so I kind of blew him off about it, ignored him, and Stan came back into our hometown and was like, I'm going into the office at this time. Come see what this is about. And I was like, okay, I'll go. And I don't know why I went. I had work that day. I don't know why I went. So I went, sat down there for 2 hours listening to Stan dial, and started my pre-licensing course the next day.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't even think Stan closed the deal that day, which was
He didn't.
made it not a scam.
Weird. Weird. So he just got beat up, and you're like, ooh, I like this.
Well, and like just talking to him, like he went from 0 to 100 so quick. And me, I have a competitive mindset, but I also believe in myself so much that I will put 110% into anything I think I can do. Like, and I watched what he was doing, and I'm like, I can do this. I can make this my reality. Like, I would not be unhappy doing this. And so I was like, I'll do the leap of faith. That was the thing. I was talking to Stanley about it. If you got to take those risks sometimes. Like, if you don't do that, you won't succeed. Like,
That's right.
Also, staying at Stan's house.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're saying
yeah, like it was rough. It was rough, but but we made it work. And I was literally texting my dad about it. Like, this past 2 weeks have been a dream. Like, I don't feel like I'm here. Like, it's just so.
But
Pinch yourself,
you've
pinch
been
yourself.
getting hung up on like crazy. That's a dream?
No, but like I'm just saying, I'm from a small town in Illinois, like 40 miles west of Chicago. Never would I have thought that in a 2-day span I was going to decide, oh, I'm going to drive down with some random dude that I just know of to Texas, Manny, and work with a bunch of people I don't even know. Like, I never even spoken to Rob in my life. And also fly to Vegas for a lock-in. Like,
I don't know, we're running out of Dallas, but something's working.
But like, here I am.
And your parents are like,
My dad was really skeptical. He was all cool with the whole Dallas thing. He was more skeptical about me driving down with Manny. Like, he was like, send me his phone number, send me all his information.
Yeah, dude, I was just gonna say, like, we have to do a disclaimer again. Don't try this at home.
For real. Like, but like, that's the risk. You gotta take those risks.
Did you just quit your job?
Yeah, I put in my 2 weeks yesterday.
Dude, I don't know what we got going on.
These young kids are crazy.
I love
man.
them. I love them.
And that's the thing. Like, I'm a 19-year-old woman. I can do whatever I want. I can make this work. I can work so hard, and I'm gonna make it happen. I got time.
you got lots of time. Imagine where you're going to be when you're my age. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to retire young. I don't want to be working until I'm 60 years old.
Right.
I don't want to be doing that.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll come. You don't
Like,
need one.
okay, yeah, I was in a serious relationship for 2 years, and I broke up with him. But like,
Did you break up with them while you were moving, like in the last 2 weeks?
I dropped out. I broke up with him when I dropped out of college.
Oh.
But so it's been a while. But right now, relationships are not on my priority list. I've always had the hardworking mindset for a while now, and my whole thing is I'm not going to be actively looking. If the right person comes along, the right person comes along, and if they treat me right, I'll let it happen. But I'm not gonna put in effort to. I'm not gonna be going out every weekend being like, oh, I want to find a guy. Like, I'm just not like that. So I'm just letting life happen right now.
She's a legend too.
Like, I'm just letting things roll.
That's sweet, man. That's awesome. Any advice to someone who's worried about getting their license or thinking about it, skeptical about it?
Like I said, the risks, just do it. Like, my whole mindset, I'm like, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But why not try? Like,
Damn.
like, do it and see. Like, that's the thing. Any job is like that. Try it out. If it doesn't work out, there's always other stuff you can do. Like, my whole thing is, like I said, I dropped out of college to do real estate. If this whole thing flops on me somehow, okay, I guess get my real estate license. Okay, I can get my license in something else.
Or you can go back to Uncle Julio's.
And I was a lash artist in high school. I did eyelash extensions. So that was my plan for a little bit too. I was going to go to esthetician school. I can always do that. I have so many backup plans.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is number one.
Well, the funny thing is Stan and Manny were arguing all night about, because everyone was dialing and working late, but they were arguing about who's going to be
Producing the most in September.
And you were sitting in the back.
I was just sitting there watching them get in each other's face, and Rob looked at me laughing. I was like, come here. And I just whispered to him, and I said, little do they know, I'm just sitting here plotting how I'm going to beat both of them.
Dude, I made them a deal. If they all move down, like this whole crew down here, I'm like, I'll just buy a house, and they can just rent it, and I'll live in the
I'm
same
not
house
living in
together.
that house. I'm not living in that house.
I made them a deal if they all move down.
This is getting crazy.
I know.
We're like, that's gonna be such a crazy situation.
It'll be
Yeah,
great.
you don't
I mean,
even
just-
you don't even know what you're getting yourself into.
I don't even want to get myself into. But I know that a lot of people with like-minded approaches to the business that are all young and starving are working together and they're around each other constantly. There's nothing
We feed
but
off each other.
but positivity that can come from that and results.
Like you were at the house yesterday. You could see how much us, I'm just gonna say kids, are feeding off each other. Like, we're so hungry and we compete with each other. We help each other out though when we need it, and we talk each other through everything. Like, I love this group of guys. Like, I'm the only girl really in this group, and which is also terrifying, just saying. But we are so close knit. Like, at Stanley, me and Manny fight like brother and sister. It's so bad. Like, when we were in Dallas, I don't know how I didn't flip on Manny. Like
They're all living in a 1-bedroom together,
Yeah,
but they're working together, and it's cool because they all want to support
But
each
like
other.
when
and
we get
it's-
to the
it's-
office and we're working, we help each other out so much, and we give each other advice how to make more, how to like produce more, and get more going. Just like make business happen. Like get in that right mindset. You got to get in that right mindset to succeed.
And what it does, and what I like about what's going on here, and like all their living situation, theatrics aside, what she did is she took her leap of faith. She came down here and did this, but the first commission check that she took the whole thing and bought leads with it, which was
Nice.
awesome. She did that today, and then
Yeah.
made a sale like immediately after the leads got printed, which was freaking cool because new agents just need to make that one sale, and then there's all the belief they need to say, oh, I just have to do that again.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. I think it's inspiring.
Yep, just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Go back to Illinois.
I'm really curious to see where you are in 6 months.
Me too. Like I said, we were talking last night. My goal, I'm gonna get my own team. We're gonna make the girl bosses, and
The girl bosses. All right, so if somebody wants to work with you, they're watching this, they relate to you, how do they reach you?
you can text my phone number. Should I say my phone number on here?
If you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
630-730-4155. You can email me at Megan Warren with 2 N's at the end, 17@gmail.com.
What's your IG?
My Instagram is Meg Warren with 2 N's at the end. And just DM me, and I'll get you going. We'll make an empire, and that's what I want to do. I want to build up as much as I can. I don't want to be working for the rest of my life. I just want to be happy and successful.
What about kids? You want kids?
Yeah, that's my goal in life. I want to get married. I want to have a great relationship with my significant other and have kids and live happily ever after. Like, that's my goal. Like, and I always knew younger I wanted to start that when like not like younger, but like younger than what most people would want to do. But that vision in my head has changed a lot recently, just because I'm working. I have an actual career now. And so, like I said, I'm just letting things happen. If I get married at 30 and have my first kid at 32, oh well. If I get married at 21 and have my first kid at 23, cool.
How old are you again?
19.
19.
But
Jeez.
with this, like the number that I see and I hear all the time is 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years, if you stick with it and work hard, then you'll be good to go.
Well, work hard and work smart.
Right.
And I'm young. I have energy. Why not? Like, that's the thing. People go to college, get in debt from going to college, and then get a low starting salary job out of college and work their way up. Can't retire till they're 60. They're still paying that college debt off until they're 50 years old. Why would you want that? Like me, I would rather grind out working in my late teens, early 20s, and be happy and stress-free in my 30s, 40s. Like, that's where my mindset was. That's why I dropped out of college. I thought, I just want to work. I want to make money. I want to make something for myself while I'm young.
Damn.
Seriously.
Love it. All right, Heather, I think a lot of people can relate to you. Like, if I were to recruit my mom, I'd go, Mom, I want you to work with Heather. You know? Like,
I'll work with anybody.
you'll work with
I'll
anybody.
take her. I'll take
No.
her friends.
Loyal to Rob.
I'll take Rob.
She'll take everybody.
So, Heather, if you're recruiting as well, if somebody relates to you, because I think it's important, like, you work with people that you relate to,
Mhm.
right? There's all different walks of life. But if someone's watching this and they're like, I relate to Heather, maybe I was a teacher, maybe I'm a mom,
work from home,
work from
homeschool.
home, homeschool, similar, kids, whatever.
Mhm.
How can they reach you?
Now, I have an Instagram and I have all that, but I don't know the things.
You don't know the app?
No. I literally have somebody do that for me because I didn't know how.
Well, can
and
they-
my
I can help
upline-
you. I
My
can help you.
upline told me to make sure I was on the internet and all that stuff. So I do have a social media person.
Social
can
media
they-
is
can they
huge.
text you?
Yeah. My number is 860-908-3200. 3641.
Is that a Connecticut number?
It is. I
Oh.
moved from Connecticut a year and a half ago. Right,
Wow.
right near Uncasville.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're familiar.
As a matter
with
of fact, I went to the same college as Sean.
it. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you know him?
No.
Hmm.
No.
That would have been crazy.
Would have been crazy.
Cool.
I think he's a tad bit younger than me.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I
No
did go
comment.
as an adult,
No
so
comment.
All
I
right.
actually went to school when my twins were 6 months old.
Cool. Awesome. Well, if you guys are watching this and you want to call either one of them and get your license or
Do
work
it.
with them, call them. You got the girl bosses over here.
And that's the thing. And I told you I wanted to cover this.
Yes, boss.
Females in this industry, it needs to be more common. That's what terrified me coming into this. Like I said, all the guys. I'm the only girl, really. I'm the only girl here with the team besides Kara, and she's at the house. So women need to get into this industry. It's great, but we're so looked down upon right now, I feel like, and so rare that it just needs to become more of a norm that anyone can do this. It is a male-dominated industry, but we need to get rid of that. Women
And
can do this.
I don't know, in
Let's
this
go.
company, I think that we are all treated
Yeah,
totally.
No.
I love this company.
I love this
Like,
company too. I mean, I've only been with them
I
for a
never
week,
even-
but
Yeah.
but so far they're pretty cool. But yeah, like
I have an agent that came from not from a company. He came from a bank, and he this drives me crazy. He wrote an annuity for them, a $300,000 annuity, and they paid him $30.
Oh.
I was
What?
like, dude, I don't care what you do. I don't care anything. You have to get in this company and get paid what you're worth. And it's the same thing for anybody. We are just as strong here in this company, and we need more people in general.
yeah,
but-
for real.
Women, yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for
You-
having
You
me.
guys are
Thank
both
you.
awesome. Rob, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Hopefully, we'll see you in September
Yeah.
in
Possibly.
person
Mhm.
in
I'll come.
Vegas. And yeah, let's keep killing it. See you
Keep
guys.
killing it. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.